Today's video is part 2 of learning the basics in using Google Slides. So in the previous video, we've covered a lot of topics. In this video, we're going to learn how to insert some word art, arrange the elements in your slides in order, zoom in and zoom out, stack animations, how to add your speaker notes, and editing your theme builder. So let's get started with our word art. We have our example slide right here, where this is my title slide and I want to add a word art instead of this text. So I'm just going to select this text right here and delete it. So click on that, then press the delete button in your keyboard and it's gone. Now let's insert our word art. Let's go to insert in our menu bar, select word art right here, and now you can enter the text that you want for your title. So we're going to add the same thing. We're going to say all about Huskies. Now we're going to press enter. And there it is. So it's the same as editing your text, but this time when we do resize our word art, it adjusts the size of the text. So let's say you want the Huskies to be at the bottom and not on the same line right here. We can just double click on it to be able to edit it. So let's click on this part and it will tell you to use Shift and Enter for multiple lines. So if we want to put it down, Shift plus Enter, and there it is. So I'm just going to put some space, make it look like it's in the middle. There you go. Now I'm just going to reposition it right here and select a different font style. So I'm going to do that with the font right here. Click on the arrow down and select the font style that you want for this word art. Let's select this one, see what it would look like, then resize it. I think I like that. Okay. Again, to click your word art, just tap on it. Now we're going to edit the color. So we have the border and the fill color. So we're going to treat this as a shape where we have the fill color right here. You can select it and your border color right here. You can also make it transparent if you like. There it is. Let's change the color. Then if you want to add the border color for each letter, go back to border color right here. Select the color that you like. Change the weight of that border by going to border weight right next to the border color. So let's go to 3. I think that has a good effect to it. Now, if you want to edit it some more, you can just click on it and go to Format Options and add all those effects that you want to add into that word art. Now, let's say I'm going to be adding a shape as a highlighter for this word art. What I can do is to go to Shapes right here, select Shapes, select the shape that I want to add, then just draw it. So I want to add it in the background of the word art. So what I can do to rearrange the elements would be to right click on this shape right here, then select Order. Now we have the options to send backward or send to back. I'm just going to send it backward right here. And there it is. I'm just going to adjust this shape. Maybe change the color. Make the border color transparent. And there it is. In rearranging your elements, all you have to do is to right click on that element and go to Order and select the options that you have right there. So other than right clicking on the element, you can also just click on it, then go to Arrange right here and select the same thing, Order. We have again bring to front, bring forward, send backward, or send to back. Now for you to be able to get a better picture or perspective of your slide, what you can do is to zoom out. Go to Zoom right here where you can click on the arrow down and select from the options. So you can zoom out by selecting the lower numbers under 100%, or if you want to zoom in, you'll have to select the bigger numbers right here above 100. So let's zoom out first. Let's try 90%. Okay, didn't do much. What about 50%? And there you have it. So now it's a better perspective of how the overall look of that slide would look like with the zoom out. If you do want to zoom in, again, just go for the bigger number. Let's go to 200%. And there it is. Another way to do this would be to just hold on to the Control or Command key on your keyboard, then scroll backward to zoom out and forward to zoom in. So remember, hold on to the Control key while you're scrolling forward and backward with your mouse. So that's a quick tip on zooming in and zooming out of your slides. Now let's talk about stacked animations. So adding multiple animations to your elements is called stack animation. Let's say I want to apply an animation to my word art right here. So what I'm going to do is to click on it, then go to animate right here, or I can also right click on it and select animate. If you choose either way, it will end up to this one right here. You have your motion panel where the selected element has already a pre-selected animation, which would be appear on click. So if we click on play right here and see what it would look like. So if I click on the screen, there it is. The text or the word art has appeared upon clicking on the screen. Let's go to stop and delete that animation because that's not what we want for our word art. So what I want to do for this one would be, let's say I wanted to fade in into the screen, then do a little spin, then fly out to the right. Let's try and do that. So select the element that you want to add your animation to. In your motion panel, just select add animation, and there it is. You'll see that it is the one that you selected because it's the one highlighted right now. So we're going to change the appear on click with fade in. There we go. So it's going to happen on click. The duration would be at least 1 second. So if we click on play to see what it would look like, click, and there it is. Let's add our next one. So for the same element, click on add animation, change the appear to spin at the bottom. So now it says on click. We're going to change that and let it start after the previous with the same speed. Let's try and play and see what it would look like. Click and spin. So we had fade in and then the spin, and the last one would be, again, add animation. Change that into fly out to the right. So we have the same after previous. So after it spins, it's going to fly out to the right and go to play. So let's click on it. There's our text, spins, and flies out to the right. There we have it. So that's our stack animations for our word art right here. Now you can do this to any element on your slide. It can be your shape, it can be your image, it can be your text or your word art, an icon, whatever it is, you can add animations to your elements on your slides. So after adding and polishing all of your transitions for each of the elements on each slide, what you want to focus on next would be on what you're going to say during your presentation. If you do have a recorded audio that you're just going to insert for your presentation, that's totally fine. But if you are going to actually speak live during your presentation, you'll need a guide on the screen to help you with your speech. So what you can do is to add speaker notes. Now your speaker notes are normally right here. If you see this bar line right here, if I click on it and drag it up, this is where you can add your speaker notes. Now you'll have separate speaker notes for each slide. So let's say I'm going to say hi right here. If I go to my next slide, you'll see that it has disappeared because, again, it's a different speaker note for each slide. So if I go back, there's my hi, and there you go. So all of these will be shown during your presentation. So if you're starting your presentation, you will have this presenter view right here. If we click on it, here it is. You'll see the timer start right here. You have your pause and reset. You have the number of slide where you are in right now. If you click on it, you can select which slide you want to be in. And then you'll have all of your speaker notes right here. If I go to slide number 1, the speaker notes that I had for slide number 2 disappears because again, each speaker note is for each slide. And you also have your audience tools right here where you can start question and answer portion during your presentation. You can click on Start New to have that. And there's a whole video about this that you should also check out in the channel. And finally, last but not the least, if you want to create your own theme with all the image placeholders, all the text placeholders, you can absolutely do that with the theme builder, which you can find in the view right here in the menu bar. If you click on it, you'll see theme builder. And here you have the different type of layouts that has been made for this theme right here. So right now we are using the simple light theme. These are the layouts. So this is the title slide, the section header, the title and the body, which again, you can totally edit. Any changes that you do right here will be applied to the theme that you will be using. Now you can change a lot of things here. You can change the text. You can change the background color, the text color. You can place a text placeholder or an image placeholder. That's totally up to you. Just go to Insert and select placeholders right here. You can also add slide numbers. So any changes that you make in this theme builder right here will be automatically be applied to the slides that you have on the left side. And there you have it. Those were the basics on how to use Google Slides. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, do leave a like and subscribe for more helpful videos. See you on the next one.